Hey guys, it's your favorite gold miner, prospector, and geologist, Jeff Williams. And today I got you in the beautiful state of New York, and I'm going to show you how to find gold. Now I know a lot of you guys say there's not a lot of gold, especially in the northwestern section of the state, but I'm going to show you how to find it. So let's get into it. Now the neat thing about the geology in this state is you've got a lot of sandstone, shale, and limestone. And of course that hosts all different types of formations. And what you can find here is some beautiful trilobites that are in the limestone. You can find agate in here, and of course a lot of garnets can be found out here, but you can also find what's called blue apatite crystals. They're absolutely gorgeous if you ever see one. Now some of the cool places that you can find gold up here is the Zoar Valley and Chestnut Ridge. Granted, it's not going to be huge volumes of gold because it's glacial gold, which means it's real tiny gold. It's been ground up and flattened out, but you can find it. In some places you can find good quantities of it. Now for you guys that live out here, I want you to see if you can figure out where exactly I'm at. If you can, leave a comment down below. And then later I'm going to teach you some geology and of course the mechanisms involved in transporting the gold here and what you should be looking for. So let's get into it. Ooh, look at this. This looks like a good spot. Look at that. I got bedrock coming right up out of the water. And the water's calm. This is perfect. We're gonna head down there and give that a shot. I just had a fish sitting in here, so this would be a good spot. First thing you wanna do is you're looking for where the water starts to calm down. You see that? I got an inside bend over there. See all the gravels? That's another good spot. This area widens out, which is a good spot. And then look at this. I've got bedrock right here, which is the limestone. And it's only about maybe 12 inches down. And this is perfect. And you can see all the pockets that is collecting everything. So we're gonna definitely sample there. Anywhere where there's bedrock sticking up just below the surface of the water or even sticking out, that's Mother Nature's sluice box, all right? She's already done all the work for you. The bedrock is gonna act as the bottom of the sluice box, and all the little fractures and fissures in the bedrock are gonna act like riffles in a sluice box. Now the ideal situation is to have all the cracks and fissures running perpendicular to the creek flow, okay? That's really ideal. But if not, that's okay too. But look at this. You see what I'm saying? Look, that's perfect. It's running almost perpendicular across here. Now up there, you can see where there's a bend around the river. Of course, you got a huge sandbar there. I'm gonna check that too. And I got a gravel bar there. And I'm gonna check down there. I got a gravel bar on this inside bend, and then I got outcroppings of sandstone, limestone, and shale sticking out over there. So I'll check that out too. But this is perfect. I mean, look how shallow it is. You can't beat this. It's always nice to see wildlife out whenever you're looking for gold. It's just the cherry on top. Now, if you ever find a location like this where the bedrock is actually up out of the water, bring a small battery-powered dust bag. You're gonna clean out the cracks in the crevices and you're gonna suck it up with that. Now, if you don't have exposed bedrock, what you can do is get yourself one of those hand pumps. And they're usually legal in most areas. Now, most of your bedrock around here is going to be limestone, okay? Now, what's cool about limestone is that as water passes over it, it churns and grinds out these potholes, see them? And these potholes are perfect. And here, look at this one right here. See that? There's a stone in it. Now, if there's any gold, it's gonna get stuck in there and not come out. And that's what you should be looking for too. And look at this. See how I have got this stone here and everything is piled up behind it? So I'm gonna clean him out. So if you see potholes, that's perfect. Especially if you've got a whole bunch of gravel in them, big stone. Go ahead and clean those out. There's not a lot of gold here, but there is some gold, and it's all glacial gold. And what that means is that the glaciers, when they came down, they basically acted like a bulldozer, and they ground up all that lode gold coming off the Archean greenstone belts of Canada, and they pushed it down like a big bulldozer. And as they were pushing it, they were grinding it up, boom, 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 flattening it out into little tiny flakes, little tiny pieces. And they pushed it all down here, and then the glaciers retreated and they did it again. And every time that glacier comes down and then stops and starts to retreat, just like on a bulldozer, it leaves what's called a terminal moraine there. And that is where a lot of the gold is sitting. Now there's gold in the till, but for the most part, you're thinking about that moraine. So you want to look up these old glacial maps and see where the outwash is, the stuff that washed out of that terminal moraine. And then as it came down, you want to see where creeks and rivers cut through that outwash. And then you want to look for bedrock. That right there is the secret to finding gold here in New York State. Oh, I got a frog in there too, see him?
That's so pretty.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. Look at that booger. All right, now if you look up here on the bank, you can see all different types of shell and limestone and sandstone. Now, the interesting thing about sandstone is it creates these little things called concretions. A lot of people don't understand what they are, but they're little tiny iron deposits that wear in an almost spherical pattern. They look like little round balls out here all over the shoreline. So a lot of people think it's something that's man-made, but it's not. They're called concretions. I'm gonna go over there and clean out those potholes and see what's trapped in there. Now, I'm not expecting much because obviously this is New York State. Gotta be something in there that proves my point that there is gold in all these tributaries and rivers here in New York State. Now, whenever you guys get a new gold pan, you have to season that pan. And what I mean by that is when you first buy these gold pans, they're gonna have a thin coating of oil on the outside, and that's from the manufacturer. You don't want that oil residue on the pan itself because the gold is gonna literally float around, the ultra fine gold, and that's what we're working with out here. Now, you can use Brillo pads or sandpaper, but if you don't have that or you don't have the time, just get some gravel and you just do like that for about 5 or 10 minutes. You're getting those oils off of there, like that. And that way, the gold won't have a tendency to float and it'll stick to the bottom of the pan a whole lot easier. Now, on a side note on how to find good places to find gold on these creeks and rivers is all you have to do is look where the fish are hanging out. Fish like the same places that gold do. But I'm not gonna do anything till you smash that like button. Smash it hard! Who needs a gym? Just be a gold miner. There's a nice deep crack over there. Tons of limestone and shale sitting on top. Big slabs of it. So what I did is moved it all out of the way and dug everything up and then fanned the rest of it into my shovel. And now, moment of truth. Remember, stratify your material. And yeah, you're gonna get wet. Now I'm going really slow because I'm working with ultra fine gold, that glacial gold. All right, that's about as far down as I want to go. All right, let's see what we got. Let me get my glasses on so I can see, because this is going to be fine gold. All right, black sand galore. Oh, I got some lead shot. See that? Right there? That's a lead shot, lead shot, lead shot. That's always a good sign. Come on. Right there. Oh my gosh, that is fine. And look at that. See that? That's the back piece of a primer to a shotgun. The shotgun primer, that's the inside anvil to it right there. See that? Tiny flake there, flake there, flake there, flake there. See it? Flake there. Oh, that's tiny. Let's see if I can get that black sand off. Do the Williams wiggle. Look how fine that is. Tap it up to the top. All right, got it all cleaned up for you. Take a look at that. That is some small, tiny gold. See that? Oh my goodness. But it proves my point. There is gold out here on the rivers of New York, but it's really, really fine. It's that glacial gold. And with my tips and tricks, I guarantee you're gonna find it. But you gotta work your hiney to get that shiny. And I wanna give a big shout out to Shannon Carr. You know who you are, Shannon. Thumbs up and thanks for all your support. And if you wanna see more videos on finding gold in New York State, go ahead and watch this video right here. And I'll see you on the next video.